has been going over.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in the 2-guard spot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Nurkic, and it's Jones in at small forward. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Here's George, and that one drops. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight. Chris, what an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. Shoots over Lillard. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roam that freely on the glass?
Lillard finds Nurkic. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy's no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
Outside, George. Kicks it out to Leonard, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Kicks it out to McCollum. From outside, off the mark. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Leonard from downtown. And that one is off. And the Trailblazers going the other way. And here they go. Nurkic trying to get open. And there's Lillard on the assist by Jones.
And Lillard times these floaters perfectly. He rises up with these, letting the ball roll off his fingertips.
Anthony in the corner. And it's good off the back rim and in. Anthony's got his second basket.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
Oh, yeah, that's one of his go-to spots. I mean, you have to pressure him in that mid-range area.
Now, here's Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Basket counts.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Anthony against Batum. Batum with the steal. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. Throws it down as the official calls. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now, here's Kennard. Following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Cousins, the pass to Oturu. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Harry Giles is checked in for Portland. The Clippers also changing it up. Mann's checked in, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
And Covington, maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Blazers getting the bucket. Out to the wing. Here's Mann. And again, no good by the Clippers. Trailblazers leading by 4. Pass to Powell. Lobs it up for Cantor. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Clippers on defense. Here's Powell. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Morris outside. Powell with the steal. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. And Cantor wide open. He shoots. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot. Here's Beverly. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And now Portland on the break. Covington with the ball. Oh! Where did that come from? That was beautiful.
Wow. Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
Oh, my
with confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. And so it's Portland with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. What a defensive effort they've. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is.
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Great balance of efficiency and intensity, which is why they hold the early lead.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They've got DeMarcus Cousins. Kennard is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's man in at the 3. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Jones comes in for Robert Covington. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Beverly against Lillard. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Zubac.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Here's Lillard. That one goes. Count it. Lillard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Oh, boy, they'd like to redo that pass. I mean, bad way to lose a possession.
Trailblazers leading by 7. From deep. It's not going to fall. He's taken 4 shots and made 2. Here's Beverly. Right side, Batum. And he overshot that one, missing.
He gets the playground jumper and can't make good on it. He don't get many chances.
And it's Lillard again missing. Clippers trail by 7. To the paint. Here's George. Nice move. Anthony with the block. McCollum outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that but buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
And it's George missing. Portland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Left side, Leonard. On the wing, George. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Top of the key. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Lillard's got 6. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Marcus Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Covington's shot is off. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. 7-point differential. On the wing, Jackson. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Giles. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Simons, the pass to Giles. Over George. Cantor trying to free himself up. Giles hits the J after faking out the D with the quick up fake. Giles has got the lead up to 9 now for Portland. George looking around. The pass to Jackson. And the Clippers miss again.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Stolen by Jackson. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Leonard, and then Leonard with the dunk.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Foul for 3. Misses that one. His first miss of the night. 2 for 3. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And it's George missing.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit
Here's Simons, covered by Morris. Giles kicks to Powell. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Lillard from deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got 9.
You can tell Lillard loves to test his range. And he's showing how confident he is pulling the trigger.
And so it's Portland. Go. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They lead by 10. Jack, how do you think? And that should...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Bearing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Jones, and it's Nurkic in its center. That's the group on the floor for Portland. George against McCollum. Outside Leonard. Over Jones. Zubac controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Lillard outside. Outside Anthony. From deep three-point range. Goes back up. Nurkic kicks to Anthony. Connects on the 17-footer. 6 points for him.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Trailblazers leading by 11. Lillard scanning the floor. From deep. Offensive rebound. Out to Anthony. Lillard outside. Now Leonard. 7 points in the game. Passes it to George. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Here's Batum. And the dunk by Batum.
Well, that's the athleticism of Batum on full display. Really leaping up and powering the jam down.
Lillard against Jackson. Here's Anthony. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. A shot by Batum, no good. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. That bucket in no time at all. Lillard's got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers. Outside, Batum. Back to Kennard. There's the triple. Here's Oturu. Defended by Jones. Yep, that one goes. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Clippers trail by 13. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And the wide open shot from Morris. Off target with his 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
This is his first free throw of the game. First one falls for him.
One of my favorite trash talkers in the NBA, Cantor, never really shies away from taking jabs at opponents. And I think his teammates like that.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Clippers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Batum wide open. He fires. Trains the three-pointer. Batum's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. The D has to close out a little stronger on him.
Covington finds Cantor. Here's Simons. Back to Cantor. Up and in on the layup. Cantor's got 8 points.
A true inside-outside player. We know Cantor can hit a 3, but he's at his best closer.
Here's George. And the dunk by Zubac.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. The shot's good from Cantor.
You have to admire the assertiveness. Cantor not even thinking about it. He's just firing off the catch.
And here's Beverly. Zubac trying to break loose. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Beverly. Powell against George. Here's the 3. Excellent D there from George. Gets it off. And he beats the buzzer. Wow!
That's just an amazing.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Patrick Beverly out there with Kennard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward.
Well, in overtime, Beverly has established himself as just a defensive specialist, juggernaut, an absolute pest who plays his tail off on both ends of the floor.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And he makes both free throws. Portland leading by 6. Simons the pass to Giant. Back to Powell. There's the 3. No good on that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. Morris with the ball. Dishes it to Beverly. Here's man, guarded by Powell. Here's Morris. But they'll get another chance. Beverly for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And it's Cousins with the foul. That's his first foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Out left to the wing. Here's man. That one wide left. The Trailblazers shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. It's Jones on the wing. Lillard the pass to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
And all Nurkic needs is good positioning. Once he has this, dunking is easy.
Beverly against Lillard. Beverly the pass to Kennard. That 3 off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Floats it up there for Nurkic.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Clippers trail by 10. Beverly for 3. Los Angeles with another miss. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And it's Lillard missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Oh, trying to take advantage of that extra space in the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Free throw good for Morris.
While the shooting of Morris provides his team with is crucial, just a real valuable part of this team.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. Norman Powell comes in for Derek Jones. In the corner, Powell with it. From the arc, sinks the three-pointer.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead. Oh, you get it inside like this, you're going to get a high percentage shot almost every time.
Lillard fires away from way outside. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Rondo kicks to Morris. Leonard on the wing. Shoots over Nurkic. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Powell, no one around him. A putback. It's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass on both ends, converting the second chance.
Rondo's shot is off. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Three-pointer, Lillard. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
His three-point shooting is an important part of his game. Lillard has to hit that shot all night if he wants to keep the honest.
And a wide-open look for Rondo. No good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. Lillard with no one around. Covington dishes to Nurkic. McCollum outside. From outside the arc. Morris with the rebound.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
And that one's good, George.
And look how quick on the draw George is. The moment he's got the ball, he's in motion for the shot.
It's a hand on it, and the second chance effort by McCollum.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
Leonard the pass to Rondo. That's the three fly. No good. Shot missing. And here's Portland. They're on a 14-6 run. And McCollum launches it from deep. Again, McCollum missing. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. Finished off the break.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll The moon. Allison.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Jones is out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in its center. And for the Mavericks, Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then it's Josh Richardson, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. On tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent. And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
Here's Porzingis. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Boy, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
On defense, the Mavericks. It's a 3-point game. They get it back. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Doncic feeling it out. Up again. Porzingis on the follow.
Porzingis doing a nice job using that length to clean up the glass nicely.
Now Lillard. From deep 3-point range, it doesn't go for him. Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision, where he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Here's McCollum, following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. They get it back. Nurkic, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Richardson outside. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Count that bucket.
Boy, that's a recipe for disaster, fellas. Allowing Doncic to get comfortable from this area, forget about it.
Lillard, right side. Powell, the pass to Lillard. Yep, that one goes in there.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Doncic kicks to Kleber. Out to Doncic. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. Tries again. Tips it up. Porzingis on the foul. Porzingis has got 6 points.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Lillard finds Covington. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Doncic against Lillard. And Doncic throws it down.
Oh, they matched the slam at one end with an even bigger one at the other.
Ooh, maybe we'll get another one on this trip.
Why not? I say keep them coming.
Now here's Lillard. The shot's good from Cantor.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Here's Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's McCollum. It's rebounded by Dallas. The drive by Doncic. Cantor kicks to Lillard. No good from outside. 3 seconds left, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
A prolific slasher with some serious bounce. Hardaway Jr. Fun to
Before the hole.
How about that?
Ringing the...
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers. With their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and
I look to the times where...
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Marjanovic. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Jalen Brunson, and it's Burke in at the 2-guard. Powell, the pass to Giles. 6 to shoot. Tipped away, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Mavericks trail by 4. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Cantor against Marjanovic. Hardaway up top. Pass to Burke. This one for 3. That one no good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. It's Powell on the wing. Takes a 3. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Burke. No good on the triple. Portland leading by 4. Powell with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Lobs it up for Cantor, and Portland turns it over again. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Anthony comes in for Harry Giles. And Jones subbed in for Robert Covington. Burke kicks to Marjanovic. Back to Burke. Now here's Marjanovic. Passes it to Burke. From past the arc. They get it again with the second effort. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Josh Richardson comes in for Burke, and Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Harry Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Robert Covington's checked in for Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simon. Lillard dishes to Cantor. Back to Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And an intentional foul right there. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Lillard outside. 1:32 left now here in the second. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Mavericks leading by 4.
And where Finney Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
And stolen by Lillard. Trying to get something going, and then Lillard slams it in.
Well, you have to respect the quickness of Lillard now because he's excellent at using his hands to complement those quick feet to come up with steals.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Foul, he's jacked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Anthony comes in for Giles. And Jones subbed in for Robert Covington. Here's Doncic. Great touch on the 16-footer. Doncic has got 11 points.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Lillard finds Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, you can't allow Nurkic to get that kind of position. When you do, he is going to rattle that rim.
Doncic against Lillard. Doncic outside. To Richardson, puts up a 3, gets it to go from beyond the arc. Richardson's got his second basket of the game.
You know, that shot right there, Richardson's three-point shooting is what's helped him stay in the league as a second-round.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They have a 5-point lead. Kenny, how'd you... And that...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Anthony is out there with Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. And McCollum now atop the key. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. 3-point lead. Fires from 14. Here's Marjanovic. A 3-ball. Brunson, no good. Trailblazer shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. McCollum, no good. Mavericks leading by 3. And here's Burke. Now the pass to Marjanovic. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Marjanovic against Nurkic. Clock at 4. Marjanovic, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
There it is, the first basket of the half after missing their first 3 attempts.
Now here's McCollum. Burke covering. That one off the back iron and out. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Runs in the pass to Burke. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
And Marjanovic with the swing.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Here's Anthony, and he lays it straight in. Anthony's got his first basket.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Outside Hardaway. And the 3 off target. Trailblazers trail by 5. Pass to Simons. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Dwight Powell comes in for Cauley Stein. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But, you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Josh Richardson's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Burke. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Robert Covington's checked in for Derek Jones. And Norman Powell subbed in for McCollum.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Richardson against Powell. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Boy, no easy answer for how you defend Richardson on the drive.
Lillard on top. Richardson covering. Lillard with the bucket.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Mavericks leading by 3. Here's Redick. No points in the game yet for him. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some.
Even from way outside, Redick is a threat. I mean, this guy has in the gym range, so you need to pick him up off the bus.
And it's Lillard missing. The Mavericks have gone somewhat so far, 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Trailblazers trail by 8. From deep three-point range, Lillard misses.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their league. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Richardson outside. Three-pointer. That shot is off. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Josh Richardson. Powell is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Mavericks leading by 8. Now Doncic fires it up. Off the left rim and out. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. Powell, the pass to Giles. Shoots over Powell. Richardson against Powell. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jump. Mavericks shooting at 46%, making some buckets. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Doncic left side. Passes to Finney Smith. Back to Doncic. For 3.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Giles, the pass to Powell. Back to Giles. Porzingis with the block.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
The first free throw is good. Dallas making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Anthony comes in for Giles. Jones checked in for Robert Covington. And McCollum subbed in for Norman Powell. Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. And a switch here also for Portland. Lillard's checked in. Doncic against Lillard. Doncic outside. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Porzingis has got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavericks.
You know, with that top-shelf athleticism and the 7-3 frame, Porzingis always a threat for a putback team. Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Lillard against Doncic. From deep.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
From deep three-point range, the long-distance three is buried. And the Mavericks lead by 13. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
And Jones slams it in.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
The drive by Doncic.
One of the things I love most about Luka Doncic, his court recognition and awareness. This guy is so sharp and alert, understands how to play.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Off target with the open look. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Three-pointer, Lillard, and he's good on the three ball. Lillard's got 21.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep three.
Doncic against Lillard. Richardson outside. Outside, Porzingis. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. From deep. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Nurkic with the block. Three-pointer, Lillard hands it from downtown. Lillard's got it back down to within single digits for the Trailblazers. Doncic against Lillard. Jacks up a three. And the rebound by Nurkic.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
But they get it back. Portland moving the ball around. Three-pointer, Lillard buries the long-range jumper.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Doncic with it. And so it's Dallas winning this one. It was. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The beaches of Santa Monica. And we've got...
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at center. Now here's Beverley. To the inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
Well, Luka Doncic, from the moment he stepped between the lines in the NBA, has flashed incredible potential and skill.
Here's George. Over Richardson. George, no good.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Porzingis. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. To the middle, and now it's Leonard running. Here we go, all the way.
Well, speed, intelligence, touch. Kawhi Leonard has it all. When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. Oh boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working. Not everyone has the green light to take that 3 in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Now, here's Doncic. Inside. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
They get it back. Porzingis passes to Doncic. The shot's good.
Well, this speaks to the feel that Kristaps Porzingis has for the game of basketball. If you're open, he'll find you.
George against Richardson. And George kicks to Leonard to the left wing. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Zubac trying to break loose. And there's Paul George on the assist by Beverley.
Well, you have to respect the focus of Paul George, not letting the defense alter his shot.
To the paint. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. Doncic outside. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Passes it to Cousins. Hardaway with the steal. Here's Brunson. Another shot. And he sinks the layup.
Well, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Man's checked in, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And the Mavericks with possession here after the Clippers pick up 2. Brunson the pass to Powell. 1:15 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Brunson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hardaway from outside. Morris with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Dallas making a switch here. Marjanovic is checked in. The Mavericks trailing. Brunson scanning the floor. That one's a miss. His 3rd shot of the game. He's made one of them. And there it is for him.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Brunson against Jackson. Brunson kicks to Redick. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game. .26 seconds left to play in the first. Redick dishes to Cauley Stein. 5 on the clock.
This is the all-around impact. DeMarcus Cousins. Points, rebounds. There he gets the stop.
Here's Mann. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The 3. That one doesn't go. Got it off in time. And the last second attempt does not. Close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed.
This game, it's a physical game, obviously.
You know this, it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. Maxi Kleber is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Burke. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Brunson in at the 1 spot. Now Brunson. Paul George missing from long range.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Now here's George. 5 points in the game. Zubac trying to break loose. George, no good. Here's Burke. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Latrey bangs home the trifecta. Hardaway has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's Beverly. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. In the corner, George with it. Sinks the triple.
Well, Paul George says, I can answer with my own big-time three-point shot. Go to work, PG.
And there's the pass to Cauley Stein. Dallas moving it around. Runs in the pass to Cauley Stein. Count the basket. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right.
And made only about a quarter of their shots in the first, totally flat, but they bounced back and built a lead here with a much better second quarter.
Now, here's George. He's got 8. And stolen by Burke. Out on his own on the break. Here's Cauley Stein. Up top, Burke. The shot misses. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. On the wing, George. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Here's Cauley Stein. Good on the 13-footer. Cauley Stein's got the lead up to 5 now for the Mavs.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
Well, truth is, though, he's tall enough to get that off against anyone.
Here's Brunson after the basket by Los Angeles. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Brunson's got 6. Now, here is George. Down low. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
Pass to Kleba. There's the dish to Cauley Stein. Kleba kicks to Hardaway. Hits the three-point bomb. Hardaway has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Mavs.
You can see the kind of confidence Hardaway has in his shot. This guy is so fluid in the catch-and-shoot situations.
Zubats, great positioning on the putback. Zubats has got his second basket.
What an effort to get the tip in, just wanting it a little bit more.
Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Back to Brunson. To the middle. And Kleba slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. To the inside. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Here's Burke. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. And now it's an 8-point Dallas lead.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr., a better playmaker than maybe people think. This guy very good at breaking the defense down. Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And so it's Dallas with their leads.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. And the Mavericks over the past couple of years, Shaq, making some great personnel.
Your great trip.
Thanks for joining us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, They've got Morris. Kennard is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's man in at the 3 spot.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Richardson kicks to Porzingis. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Clippers trail by 3. Kennard on the wing. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. The Mavericks shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Got a piece of it. All alone. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. And stolen by Cousins. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. To the wing on the left. And stolen by Richardson. Doncic outside. Kept alive. Powell kicks to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Kennard with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. And Cousins throws it down.
Well, quality shots usually translate to great percentages. The chippy for DeMarcus Cousins with authority.
Doncic looking it over. And Doncic throws it down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention? Oh.
Here's Finney-Smith. He's still scoreless so far in this one. J.J. Redick's checked in for Dallas. Outside, Porzingis. Inside. Here's Jackson. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Jackson's got his first bucket in this one.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Porzingis. And the shot goes in. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
Boy, what you really like about Porzingis going end-to-end, he does it under control, right? This guy is 7 feet and masterful in space.
Now here's Rondo. Shot from the top of the key. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Richardson kicks to Porzingis, and Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Morris. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. Paul George, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also, at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Well, tracking down rebounds with ease. Kristaps Porzingis, outstanding mobility.
Got a piece of it. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That'll be his second foul of the game. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. And Dallas with a change here, too. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. 41 seconds left to play in the third. Beverley against Doncic. Passes it to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Porzingis has got the lead up to 12 now for Dallas.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Left side, George. Cans the shot with nobody near him. George has got 12 in the game.
This is one of Paul George's go-to shots. His confidence and ability to rise and fire quickly from the mid-range, crucial.
Doncic with it. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've got a big advantage in the turn. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the floor for Dallas, Marjanovic is out there with Cauley Stein. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Batum. Marcus Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Cauley Stein passes to Richardson. Clock at 6. Here's Finney-Smith. Kennard with the rebound. Clippers trail by 8. Dishes it to Cousins. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
One of the things that makes Boogie Cousins such a tough cover, he's smart, he understands how to use his size. And you talk about big-time skill, my goodness.
And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them. Mavericks leading by 6. Now Brunson. He dishes it to Cauley Stein. Fires the 3. Brunson, good.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. 2 points. That one goes.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. That one goes in.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Outside Jackson. Kennard on the wing. Off target from three-point range. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Richardson gets a wide open look. Another 3 for Dallas.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
He uses the threat of his drive to open up looks for him offensively. Jackson is one smart cookie.
Richardson dishes to Cauley Stein. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the Mavericks now. Pass to Brunson. Dallas moving the ball around. It's good from long range. Brunson's got the lead up to 13 now for Dallas.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Then for the Mavericks, Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Richardson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. There's the pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Hardaway to the middle. And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Clippers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Pass to Zubac. George with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard. Count it. Good. Leonard's got it back down to single digits for Los Angeles.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard has built his game brick by brick. You want him to score on the interior? No problem.
Doncic against Beverly. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Pass to Doncic. Over Beverly. Out to Doncic. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
Well, the assertiveness to his approach. Luka Doncic on the catch and shoot. Easy.
Here's the lob to the hoop. And the dunk by Zubac.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Beverly against Doncic. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. There's 42 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Outside, George. It's deflected. It's stolen by Marjanovic. 3-on-3. Here's Cauley Stein. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And that one is good.
Well, efficiency from the mid-range has always been a part of Kawhi Leonard's game.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. From deep three-point range, the shot will not fall. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony. A look from before as the Clippers made their way to the locker room. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Derek Jones is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, down low. And for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the small forward.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
George from deep three-point land. No good on the 3. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just love to keep a sidetrack here of how many times these hustle and heart plays go Patrick Beverley's way.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. Now here's McCollum. No good on the quick 3. Batum dishes to Beverley. And it's Portland with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And the rejection by Leonard. Covington passes to Lillard. It's another look. Over to the wing. Lets it go with a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
That's a nice shot from Damian Lillard. He feels like he can drain it just about anywhere and appreciates the fact that he's got that kind of range.
Now here's Beverley. Pass to George. Shoots over Covington. George, no good.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. That one drops for him.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
The Clippers have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Outside, George. Over in the corner, Batum. Back to George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Wide open look here for Zubac. Gets an open look and hits.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that. It's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
George finds Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. McCollum against George. Over McCollum. A nice shot by George.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
Outside Covington. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Los Angeles on D. It's a 3-point game. Powell. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Kennard for 3. That shot misses. Now Portland takes it the other way. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw good from Anthony.
And Melo's still bringing the passion to the floor. No matter what's going on around, he's still going to be a gamer. You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Cuts off the pass. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And that's going to be too many steps. What's the whistle on the travel? Clippers trail by 7. Jackson from long range. And Cantor pulls it down. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Lobs it up for Cantor. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And while not a huge leaper, Cantor does have enough length and athleticism to make a play like that simple.
Here's Kennard. And he gets it to go.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Foul for 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll return shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Powell. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the 2 guard.
Yeah, keep thinking that he can't shoot it from there, and he'll prove you wrong. Lillard lofts one of those high-arching bombs.
Back to George. There's the 3. Portland grabs the miss.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way. And maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
Here's Beverly. Makes it off the glass.
The strength from Patrick Beverly is impressive. Takes the punishment. I don't think he minds it one bit and still converts.
Pass to Kanter. Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. Here's Anthony. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And it's not a secret. Kanter is a major factor on the offensive glass thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
Beverly finds George. 3-pointer. That shot off. Now Portland takes it the other way. Down low, Anthony, the pass to Powell. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
And George, here we go.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Lillard from deep three-point land. Paul George grabs the miss.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Powell pulls it in. Portland leading by 8. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. And it's Simons missing. LA's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Batum against Anthony. George looking around. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Enes Kanter. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Now, here is George after Enes Kanter's miss. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. from 13, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Howell's got 4 points in the quarter.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
Passes it to Mann, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. Portland also making some changes. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter, and Jones subbed in for Anthony. McCollum dishes to Nurkic. Beyond the arc. Jones looking for an opening. Ball stolen. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And the call on the... And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Kennard after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Out to the wing. Jackson kicks to Kennard. And again, no good by the Clippers.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
McCollum, no good. Clippers trail by 10. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Morris outside. Shoots over Hollis Jefferson. Clock at 6. Here's Jackson. He gets that one.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Outside, Jones. And the pass to Powell. And so it's Portland holding on to it.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They have a solid 8-point lead. Shaq. And that's good.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Portland leading by 8. Well, we've got a moment left. Set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point guard.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Great look, but off the mark. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailblazers shooting at 46%, making some buckets. And here's McCollum for 3. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers trail by 6. Leonard looking around. Zubac finds Batum. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Batum's got his first 2 points.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And Lillard gets double teamed to the paint. Back to McCollum. Shot clock at 5. Portland needs to get off a shot and finish off by Nurkic.
Nurkic around there, big and right on top of the cylinder.
Now Beverly. Back to George. Pass to Zubac. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Leonard has it in the corner. Back to Zubac. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. The Clippers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. The free throw drops for Zubac. So it's both teams making substitutions here. He's perfect from the line this time. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Powell, the pass to Cantor. Wants to get it to Hollis Jefferson, and does. And it goes down 2 points.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
It's Jackson with the drive.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Clippers have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. And the first one drops. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Clippers. Both free throws good from Jackson.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Outside Anthony. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. And it's good. 2 points. Hollis Jefferson's got 6.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
Jackson kicks to Morris. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got 4 rebounds in this game.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Morris with the ball. It's good on the putback.
I mean, one guy who's still dominating the inside, DeMarcus Cousins, a great rebounder and a great scorer. That time a second chance, cashing in.
Now here's Powell. He has 6. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Anthony dishes to Powell. Passes to Simons. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Clippers trail by 4.
Well, the instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
Kennard against Powell. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. A 3-pointer off the mark. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Melo dishing that one out, not just a scorer, finding a teammate on that possession.
Over to the left wing. Outside for Jackson. Cousins trying to free himself up. And again, no good by the Clippers. Trailblazers leading by 6. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And another turnover here by Portland.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Paul George is aggressive. Look at his eyes right now, focused on scoring, and he sees the open path and gets right there.
Now, here's Lillard, and the basket is good.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Now the pass to Beverly. Over in the corner, Batum. Outside, George. The dish now to Beverly. Just 5 to shoot. Batum wide open. He fired. Nailed from three-point land. Batum's got 5 points so far.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Lillard finds Nurkic, kicks it out to Lillard, and there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. 9 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And then Lillard slams it in.
Well, that's an exclamation point right there. Lillard is a natural-born finisher.
Just 3 on the clock. Off on that one. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Trailblazers lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Jones in at the 3 spot. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. Powell, the pass to Anthony. Rob. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Floats it up for Cousins. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Simons. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Now here's Cousins. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And they continue to control the glass. And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Here's Kennard after Enes Kanter's basket. Here's Jackson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
Jackson hits both of them.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Pass to Kanter. Dishes to Powell. Back to Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
One-on-one here. And here's Anthony for 3. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his 1st foul of the game. He lobs it up. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
Clippers moving the ball around. He dishes it to Cousins. Back to Kennard. 6 to shoot. Pass to man. From deep. The shot that time not on target. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Powell, no one around him. Offline with his 3. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 9 points.
I mean, with just how dominant he can be scoring inside and outside, to have that kind of vision, wow, what a complete center.
Here's Simons. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. The feed to Kanter. Hollis Jefferson passes to Kanter. Basket good. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
And the Clippers call time here.
Yeah, his shot is just not there tonight, guys. And instead of trying to shoot himself out of the slump, maybe he needs to start moving the ball around and creating for his teammates.
And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Enes Kanter.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
There must be something about playing in a hostile environment that drives him. He is really fed off that. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He is not pleased. He told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move, or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
Now Batum, after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. Outside Leonard. Outside for George. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Now just a 5-point Trailblazer lead. Lillard against Beverly. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Lillard left side, and he comes up with the deuce.
Man, both on balance and on point. Damian working through that mid-range area now.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
And you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
1:09 left in the fourth quarter. The three from George. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Outside Covington. Lillard right side. The three with the tip. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Launches a three. No good on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Over in the corner, Beverly. Outside, Batum. Leonard finds Zubats. Here's Beverly, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
There's something about Beverly. He seems to be one of the point guards who enjoys the physical contact out there, always looking for something.
He hits the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. All free throws, good from Beverly. Here's Lillard. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's tipped. Stolen by Zubats.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
Lillard way outside. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. Coming right up. Welcome, basketball fans. It's D.A.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Marjanovic, Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for the Trailblazers, we've got Yusuf Nurkic. Jones is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Giles in at the 4. Now the Mavericks with it. Doncic with it. Jones covering. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Chris, it doesn't matter if they're two of the best teams in the league or the two worst. When these guys get together, these rivals, it's always fun.
Yeah, Kevin, you're so right. When it's a conference rivalry, that's even better. They know each other so well, and that doesn't make them friends.
And possesses such a refined feel for the game that Doncic knows he has what it takes to be a great player in this league.
Here's Giles. Doncic with the steal. They're running. Jumps up. In the dunk by Doncic.
And great steal and look ahead there. Compared to most guys his age, Doncic sees the game at another level.
Lillard misses.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
That one falls.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Lillard still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. That one rolling around and rims out.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the deep playing soft like that.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Here's Doncic. The Blazers getting the bucket from downtown. And Cantor pulls it down.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Now, here's Richardson. And he banks in the layup.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. McCollum against Doncic. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Now here's Brunson. Pass to Hardaway. Fires from deep. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Cantor's shot is off. Mavericks leading by 3. Hardaway passes to Cauley-Stein. Lets it go from deep. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Anthony.
This guy's just a gamer. McCollum, I mean, he really embraces taking on the defense and finding a way to finish.
Outside Hardaway. And it's off from three-point range. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Hollis Jefferson finds Powell. Shoots the 3. Hits it from three-point range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 2. Down low. Cauley-Stein's shot is good.
And it's important for Cauley-Stein's confidence that he gets these interior shots to fall. The more he sees the ball go in, the more assured he will feel down inside.
Now here's McCollum. Cantor, the pass to McCollum. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Back to McCollum. Here's Cantor. Second chance shot, and that's 2 points on the layup.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Brunson scanning the floor. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Fires from 14. Yep, it counts. Doncic has got 5 now.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Here's Lillard, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 8 points for him.
It's clear that Doncic has the touch from three-point land. Now he just needs the consistency.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. If you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, Burke is out there with Richardson. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
The Mavericks trailing.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Here's Doncic. And it falls over the rim and in. Doncic has got 10 points.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
No, you know what it is. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game. Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should be easy.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Dallas shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. And here's Brunson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Trailblazers trail by 3. McCollum left side. He feeds it to Cantor. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Hollis Jefferson kicks to McCollum. Back to Hollis Jefferson. It's rebounded by Brunson. Dallas leading by 3. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
I'll give credit to the arms of Cauley Stein. They go on forever, which makes him the ultimate alley-oop finisher.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10", with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Trailblazers trail by 5. McCollum outside. The dish to Powell. Back to McCollum. Inside. Hollis Jefferson finds Cantor, and that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
A true inside-outside player. We know Cantor can hit a 3, but he's at his best closer in.
Pass to Cauley Stein. Powell with it. The pass to Brunson. And here is Hardaway. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley Stein. Both teams will make substitutions. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. It's a 3-point game. Passes it to Nurkic. Richardson against Jones. Back to Nurkic. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
A physical player with a large frame. Nurkic was seemingly unbothered by the contact.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his third foul of the game.
He was hoping to avoid a third foul before the breakup. Now, he might have to sit out until halftime.
Doncic outside.
And he got off to a nice start, but has slowed down here in the second quarter.
And now here comes Jones leading the break. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. A slam dunk by Richardson. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Three-pointer, Lillard. The Mavericks pull it in. The Mavericks shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. The first one falls. And so he hits both. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Nurkic trying to get open, and Lillard gets it to go. Lillard's got 6 points.
And look at that, the touch of Lillard inside, so impressive. He's terrific at generating points.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Doncic feeling it out. Clock at 6. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 5 now for the Mavs.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 10 points. Win or lose, Kenny. And that.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Nurkic is out there with Giles. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Jones. And it's Covington in at the small forward position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
I like seeing Lillard go to the floater. He has such a soft release and touch on this shot.
Richardson outside. So it's Richardson with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Lillard against Doncic. Lillard the pass to Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Nurkic has got his second bucket.
Sometimes it's impossible to contain Nurkic. At his height and weight, he's great at finishing through contact.
Lillard against Doncic. And the shot goes in.
And really, Doncic can score from any area. His arsenal is very impressive.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
The drive by Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Lillard, the pass to Giles. Back to Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Doncic against Lillard, and the bucket. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Doncic.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
And a five-star recruit coming out of high school, Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Trailblazers trail by 6. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And the basket by McCollum.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Brunson the pass to Burke. Now here's Powell. T right on him. Cauley Stein kicks to Brunson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Brunson's got 6.
You got to love the decision-making from Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, aware he must keep improving his passing.
Cullen passes to Cannon. Now here's Powell. Now here's McCollum. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
You got to respect the intelligence of McCollum. A pro at utilizing the pick and roll. You can't let him get into a comfort zone.
To the inside, taken away by Anthony. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance, and they take the lead. Powell's got the lead up to 2 now for Portland. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Spiked away.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. But he's been making a better effort.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Now McCollum. There's the triple. The putback, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. It's the Trailblazers ending the third quarter on a 12-4 run. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, I like that he did it make his decision too early. You know, he let the play develop. That's how you do it. Finds the weakness in that defense.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, J.J. Redick is out there with Richardson. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Porzingis in at the center position. Doubled by McCollum. Pass to Powell. Over McCollum. And he can't bank that one in. Trailblazers leading by 4. Fires the 3. McCollum controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
McCollum against Brunson. Stolen by McCollum. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. Lillard, the pass to Giant. Kicks it out to Lillard. Fires for 3. The shot missing. Now Dallas takes it the other way. The drive by Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Lillard against Doncic. Pass to Giant. Back to Lillard. On the wing, Jones. And stolen by Richardson. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
Lillard with it. And Jones has it in the corner. 4 on the clock. Portland needs to get off a shot. Lillard misses.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Norman Powell comes in for Robert Covington. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Derek Jones. Here's Doncic. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Portland's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Lillard against Doncic. Nurkic. It's hauled in by Porzingis. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Here in the 4th, they've allowed just 4 points. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Richardson against McCollum. And finished off by Nurkic.
Now, this is what you want from Nurkic. A fearless player who welcomes the chance to take important shots.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
Oh, what a time to turn it over. I mean, if this game doesn't go their way, we're going to look back on that.
Portland leading. Lillard surveying the D. We've got 1:18 left here in the 4th quarter. And another field goal in his total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
Clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
And Doncic, here we go. Can't get it to fall. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And Nurkic gets it to go.
Only so much the defense can do when Nurkic is driving with purpose. He's good at shrugging them off.
And here's Doncic from the arc. But they recover it. That shot off. 2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
Lillard against Doncic. And Lillard kicks to Anthony. And a miss there on the triple.
Can't waste any time here.
And you're right. They desperately need a bucket, and every second matters.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 5.
Well, Richardson comes from a military family. His mom was an officer in the Air Force, so he knows about discipline on and off the court. That helps him go well.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Simons is checked in. Billy Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Simons, the pass to Lillard. Nurkic with it. It's Powell on the wing. Lillard outside.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5.
And one thing you talk about with Lillard, great at all times, but absolutely lethal in the play. And it's a wrap. Any chance they may have had for a comeback just went out the window.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And here were the Clippers arriving earlier, getting mental.
Hey, Kevin,
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Here are the five for the Clippers. They've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the small forward. And for the Mavericks, we've got Luka Doncic. Dwight Powell is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. Now here's Leonard. Beverley, the pass to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Driving with a purpose. Leonard shakes off the hit, maintains focus, count it.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Here's Beverly after Luka Doncic's bucket. Here's Leonard, and that one drops for him. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
They double him with George. Kicks it out to Richardson. Doncic passes to Richardson. Misses the three.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Leonard finds Batum. 5 on the clock. Back to Leonard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Mistake by the defender, following a very good free throw shooter in Kawhi.
Both good from the line that time.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Richardson with it. Paul George with the steal. And Leonard has it in the corner. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Great perimeter D. Gave a good shooter absolutely no room to operate.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul called on Los Angeles.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Beverly the pass to George. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Beverly dishes to George. Nice D from Porzingis.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Richardson. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Batum attacking Leonard. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the team. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Now here's Cousins. Banked in off the glass.
As much as today's game is being played on the perimeter, it's good to see Cousins attacking inside.
Brunson against Jackson. Brunson the pass to Reddick. Inside. Cauley Stein dishes to Reddick. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Cauley Stein. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
This is just one of many areas where Reddick has improved, reading the floor and finding his guys for good quality shots.
Cousins against Cauley Stein. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And Cousins kicks to Kennard. Back to Cousins. The shot, no good. The Mavericks trailer. Outside for Redick. From deep. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway.
J.J. Redick, one of the premier shooters in this league. Boy, he knocked that one down.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Brunson against Jackson. Here's Cousins. A putback, and Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got 11 points. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Outside Hardaway. Back to Brunson. Outside, Redick. And that one released in time, but no good.
I like when Kennard hustles on D. He's capable of making...
It's a tie game in Dallas. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. Then there's Porzingis. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Now, here's George. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Richardson, no luck. The Clippers trail. Now, here's George. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Richardson with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Richardson attacking. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
That's a beautiful move by Josh Richardson. And the defense, you got to be better than this. Can't allow a blow-by.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. To the inside. And stolen by Richardson. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And just wanting it more there. You got to like seeing Porzingis beat everyone to the spot in the open floor.
Now Beverly. The pass to Morris. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 6. Here's Doncic. And it's Dallas with another.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Beverly against Doncic. And stolen by Richardson. And pushing it up is Dallas. The Mavericks again in transition. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
Here's Beverly. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Down low. Here is Zubac. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Throws it up high. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Outside, Porzingis launches it. It's hauled in by George.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well versed in finishing above the rim. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the wide open shot from Morris. Off target from outside. Mavericks leading by 10. Doncic with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
And PG, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles.
doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Now the Mavericks moving it up. Foul for three. That shot off the mark. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. George, no good.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
From deep three-point range, Richardson no luck.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
Porzingis with the steal, and pushing it up is Dallas. The Mavericks again in transition. Richardson no luck. Clippers trail by 13. Here's Morris. Lays it up and banks it in.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
The three for Doncic. Batum grabs the miss. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Nobody near George. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. George has got 5 points so far. Doncic looking it over from about 19 feet. No good on the shot.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Porzingis, and the rejection by Zubac. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They never put themselves in too much danger. That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
So for the Clippers right now, we've got Luke Kennard, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Morris, and there's Jackson, and it's man in at the three. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And here's Brunson. 6 to shoot to the inside, and stolen by Cousins.
I don't like that decision there on the entry pass. Not with the defender right there ready to pick it off.
Dallas leading by 6. He lobs it up, and Marjanovic with the slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Drops in the tray.
The range of Luke Kennard on display. This guy is a lights-out shooter. Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
Now here's Cauley Stein. Pass to Brunson. 5 to shoot. Hardaway with a wide-open look. Offensive rebound. Marjanovic. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second-chance points.
The Mavericks shoot their third free throw attempt of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber comes in for Cauley Stein. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Burke. Now here's Leonard. 11 points in the game. Back to Jackson. To the middle. Here's Patterson. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Cauley Stein's checked in. Outside, Redick. Stolen by George. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George with the ball. Morris passes to George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. It's stolen by Morris. It's rebounded by Brunson. Dallas leading by 8. Beverly against Redick. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Cauley Stein kicks to Brunson. Off target from three-point range. Clippers trail by 8. Oh, Leonard in position. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Marjanovic. Here's Brunson. Outside for Redick. The pass to Marjanovic. Rebound by the Clippers. Now the Clippers moving it up. Beverly with the ball. Kicks it out to Leonard from the arc. A shot off that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his second foul of the game. 1:19 left here in the third quarter. Brunson against Beverly. The shot from 20 feet away. Brunson, no good. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points, trying to end the drought. And it's Beverly missing.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
The shot by Redick, no good. Clippers trail by 8. And Beverly kicks to Morris. 40 seconds left in the third. Passes to George. Inside. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Cousins.
One of the best passes at the center position. Just another way Cousins affects scoring.
Beverly against Brunson. 19 seconds left to play here in the third.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Mavericks have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. That one falls for Brunson. So both teams changing it up here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Clippers trail by 8. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Right side, Batum. Pass to Zubac. Porzingis with the steal. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. Brunson with a clean look. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Dallas in the driver's seat, up 8 points. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. The Clippers shooting 39% from the floor, at their best. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Dwight Powell, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
With good size for a 2-guard, Luke Kennard can finish in the paint.
Ball's knocked loose, and there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. Doncic against Jackson. Takes the 13-footer. Just 5 to shoot. Porzingis finds Doncic. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his third foul of the game. Jackson against Doncic. Up top Powell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th assist in this one. Clippers trail by 8. 1 minute now into this 4th quarter. Leonard looking over the floor. Pass to Zubac. Now Kennard. Leonard, that's for 2. It's rebounded by Doncic. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Richardson gets a wide open look. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
I love that catch and shoot. Defensively, you've got to close hard. Josh is dangerous in that area.
Here's Batum. Zubac trying to break loose. A shot by Batum, no good. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Here's Kennard. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Mavericks leading by 10. Finney Smith kicks to Doncic. The pass to Finney Smith. Now here's Porzingis. Zubac defending for the 3. Porzingis can't hit.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And the Clippers making a change here. Patterson's checked in.
Kawhi was drafted 15th overall in 2011. If they had a redraft, I wonder what number he would go down.
Now, here's Doncic. Passes it to Finney Smith. Porzingis has the open look. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Kennard on the wing. And the Clippers miss again.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. To the paint. Here's Doncic. Foul. That's good. And it's an 11-point Dallas lead. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to lose.
It's a solid blueprint. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
So the first one drops, and that'll push the lead to double digits. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
Zubac with it, out-guarded by Porzingis. George, and that one, good. George has got 4 this quarter.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Doncic finds Porzingis. Dallas needs to get off a shot. An absolute bomb from three-point range. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively. Discipline And that's a beautiful pass.
Back to George. And stolen by Richardson. And it's Paul George with the puck. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And he knocks down the first one. Oh, free throw is good from Doncic. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. George with the ball. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Oh, it's going to count!
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
George, that's a two-pointer. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win on the outcome of it. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our